Yeah, what do you do with your hat? Yeah, I know.
Smiles are plenty at the launch of the first ever Bradford Manufacturing Week, but the reason for the initiative is no laughing matter. The city has more under 18s than anywhere else in the country, but it seems they don't want to work for businesses that make things.
We have some 1,200 businesses in manufacturing, some of whom, we struggle to get new employees year on year. So this is a really great opportunity for us to bring young people into our companies and demonstrate the wide range of jobs that are available.
Nick Garthwaite, the driving force behind the initiative, acknowledges that whilst many manufacturers work hard to attract youngsters into the sector, there is scope for others to do more.
Really, our ambition is for as many manufacturing companies as we can get to open up their doors during the week we've picked in order to give young people work experience so we can demonstrate the fantastic range of jobs we have available and the different career opportunities there are for young persons in the future.
A programme of tours, company visits and seminars are planned. The organisers aiming to reach more than 20,000 teenagers at 75 schools and to create 1,000 work experience days.
Manufacturing really is the backbone of the British economy, and bringing talent like this together is really a great initiative across Yorkshire. We're really looking forward to working with the schools and colleges to really bring this to life and make it a huge success.
Bradford Manufacturing Week starts on October the 8th.
Our most precious early memories are of making, building, creating. And when we create, we inspire. Britain is a nation of great manufacturers and innovators, and what we make is loved by the world. We are harnessing new technologies that will drive the next generation of ideas and services. The fourth industrial revolution is here, and we are embracing it. We're pushing the boundaries of science and research and setting the standards for others to follow. At the heart of communities throughout the United Kingdom, we are manufacturing world-class products. Highly skilled people and innovative businesses, driven and inspired by a common vision, continue to build the industries of the future. This is business working for Britain. Manufacturing remains the lifeblood that courses through all industry. From the smallest niche provider to the biggest global player, engineering is at the core of everything we do. We're training the engineers and technicians of the future. And with the backing of government, an industrial strategy could reinvigorate business for decades to come. We are the leading manufacturing nation, export-focused and trading around the globe. Our past, a firm foundation for an even greater future. The UK manufacturing industries. Made in Britain, loved by the world.
Are you a practical person? Do you like making things? Do you like being active all the time? Then think about manufacturing as a job that you would be interested in. So if you like working with plastic, wood, metal, or even textiles, food, glass, working with printing, or anything else connected with manufacturing, it's a worthwhile job that's worth giving some thought about for your future.
What will the future of manufacturing be like? Imagine if everything you needed came exactly how you wanted. Super quick and in an eco-friendly way.
Hi, I'm Sarah Lamptey and I'm here with Zoe Webster. So what can we expect? Well, things will be very different. You'll be closer to manufacturing. You'll see it in places you wouldn't currently expect to see it, from in hospitals, in small and local businesses, and in the home, and it'll be a lot more personalised.
So what kinds of things will this involve?
Well, if you needed a new part for a household appliance, you could order it, get it made locally, and get it delivered to your door within a couple of hours. Or if there's a medicine you need, you could get that tailored to your genetic makeup and made at the GP or the chemist.
Will this be better for the environment?
It will. There'll be a lot less waste and less of a need to store large amounts of inventory in big warehouses. And also, advances in 3D printing and additive manufacturing will reduce waste even more and make it possible to make products and components that we can't make now.
Do you think this is something that people are going to buy into?
I think so. I think there'll be make miles, much like food miles. People will be much more empowered with data and information about where things are made and what they're made out of.
Is this local approach going to mean the end of large factories?
No, we will still need them to generate economies of scale. We'll need them, for example, to mass produce complex products that we'll need for large and growing international markets.
OK, so how will those be different from what we already have?
They'll be much more efficient. They'll be operating in a closed loop or circular economy system where the waste from one process can be the input to the next.
Then I assume the Internet of Things will play a big part in this.
It will. Everything will need to be connected to ensure that supply can keep track of changes in demand. So processes will be closely monitored to ensure we can minimise downtime or process hold-ups, and materials will be tracked as they get recycled and reused from product to product.
OK, so an obvious question perhaps, will there still be a place for people in factories?
There will be, but there'll be more autonomous robots working alongside people. So the robots can take care of the repetitive, the dangerous type stuff, and the people can focus on where human interaction is so valuable. So in design, engineering and innovation, and customer and supplier relationship building.
So lastly, how will all of this stuff change our lives?
Well, you'll be able to get whatever you need or want in whatever form you want it, made locally or wherever it needs to be, and delivered to you much more quickly with much less impact on the environment.
So whether you're a manufacturer or a consumer, we're going to see much more manufacturing as a part of our everyday lives. So what do you think?
There are jobs at different levels in manufacturing, so there is a role for everyone. We will now investigate the different levels. If you achieve GCSE grade 4 or above, you can consider a technician job. You will receive training to get your qualification in the job, and this will be at level 2 or level 3. If you continue your studies after year 11 and gain A-levels or BTECs, you can go on to university to study for an HND, a foundation degree or a degree qualification. You can find more information about the different jobs on the National Careers Service website. If you are uncertain that you will achieve GCSE Level 4 by the end of Year 11, please do not think that you cannot get a job in manufacturing. You can still apply for a traineeship, which gives you training at Level 1 or at Level 2, as well as the opportunity to retake your Maths and English. After completing the Level 1 training, you can then move on to the Level 2 training, and at this stage you could become an apprentice. After your Level 2 training, you can then apply for Level 3 training and become a technician. So remember, the higher the grade you achieve before you leave school means that you can start your training at a higher grade. But if you cannot get those grades while still at school, you can still get into manufacturing and work your way up if you need to. As you can see on the slide, there are the different levels: traineeship, technician and engineer. And just to recap, traineeship is about a level 1 and you can retake your Maths and English. Technician, you usually need Maths and English at level 4 or above to get onto that course, and you will come out with a level 3 qualification. Or fully qualified engineer is usually a level 4, level 5 or a level 6, and you would probably study a higher national diploma, a foundation degree or a degree You may not know much about manufacturing, but in the UK we are the world's 8th largest industrial nation. And if we continue growing the number of manufacturing companies in the UK, we will be in the top 5 by 2021, which is only in a few years' time. You too can be part of that progress. In the UK, manufacturing makes up 44% of total UK exports. Manufacturing is an important part of the UK economy. So if you're looking for a job with very good job prospects and a good future, consider manufacturing or engineering. There are plenty of opportunities for girls in manufacturing at all different levels. Your mobile phone or tablet may have been assembled by a woman. Other women have different roles. On the screen you can see Joanna Robinson, the Managing Director, or the boss, in other words, of Mansfield Pollard. She has been named as one of the most influential women in the North. Our next slides tell the story of someone who started at the bottom and worked their way up the industry.
I started my engineering career as an apprentice when I finished school in 2001. I went from sitting at a desk in a classroom to being surrounded by large products and machinery that I had never seen before. It was a very exciting change. I spent the first years of my apprenticeship working in different areas of the shop floor, learning the manufacturing process. Firstly in machining, then fitting, followed by inspection and assembly. I then focused my apprenticeship training on the CNC turning and milling machines, initially working on the conventional lathes. This was a challenge as the products have to meet very high standards. My apprenticeship lasted 4 years. After completing my apprenticeship, I was able to progress into the design team and learn technical aspects and design of products. After a few years, I was given the opportunity to move into the production engineering department as a planning engineer.
Within every manufacturing and engineering company, you will find lots of other people working in support of that industry. So whether or not you're interested in office work, you want to be a lawyer, you're interested in marketing and selling, health and safety, or whether or not it's human resources, the management of the people of the business, there is a job there for you. In addition to the office staff, there will be lots of other jobs that are going to be essential to the success of any manufacturing and engineering business. It could be IT support, it could be an electrician or a mechanical engineer to fix things when they break. It could be the research and design. So if you're interested in science and engineering and technical things, again, that could be something that you particularly want to be involved in. You could be responsible for the training of new apprentices. What about the security of the premises? Because you might have some very expensive products there. There's all the warehousing and delivery. There's also catering. So if you're a large manufacturing company, you might have your own canteen. And of course, with any big premises, there's going to be a facilities manager as well. Today you have had a short introduction to manufacturing. Now you need to find out all about the different jobs available, the qualifications you will need to start, the qualifications you get through the training, and how much you could get paid. Here are some websites to help you.